friends. Good morning. Welcome back. So good to see you. So much has happened in the last 2 weeks, but I'll get you caught up on that. But the reason why we're starting right here is because you and I are going to try out this foundation together. I'll tell you all about it. So typically, I use this Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Coverage. And you kind of get bored with foundation. And so I was researching full coverage foundations to see, if there was something else that I wanted to try. And in the comments, somebody commented and said that Dollar General Believe foundation has carried them through a lot of times. And then the person that made the video commented and said, yes, that foundation is amazing. So I didn't even know that Dollar General had foundation. But yeah, it's called Believe Beauty. This was $4.50, and they actually had 10% off of that. Look at the packaging. It's really fancy. It's really nice. So, I just decided yesterday when I was in the dollar store that I would pick some up and we would just try it and see. Because if they're comparing it to all of these other, like, really fancy, nice foundations, then hey, maybe it's worth just giving it a shot. Also, I have chronic health issues, if you did not know. That's what causes my face to be very dark and discolored. One of those health issues, I am eat up with blood clots, and so that causes discoloration. But anyways, I pumped a little bit of it on my hand yesterday, and it seemed, it's a little bit watery possibly, but let's just go ahead and just give it a shot and see. So far, those are pretty good coverage. That's a pretty good coverage. It says medium to full coverage, and I got this in the shade soft beige, which seems to be a pretty decent match, but it's not going to match my arms because my arms are looking very bronzed at the moment. But well, the ultimate test is how it's going to wear throughout the day too. And I don't know how a lot of people would apply this, if they would do it with a beauty sponge, but foundation, I like to apply it with a big brush, and I did just clean all of my brushes. It may not look like it, but I did clean all of my makeup brushes yesterday, was it? Yeah, yeah. So honestly, that is covering pretty good. I'm pretty shocked for a really cheap foundation. But, if you were here in person, you can still see the darkness. But it covers it up pretty good. That's pretty impressive. But is this going to be super oily? Is this going to stay on all day? We'll just have to find out together. But how have you guys been doing? I'm telling you what, I have been down for the count. I mean, barely surviving, feeling just terrible in my health. Feeling like I'm barely alive, hard to walk, and I'm starting to come out of it. With autoimmune, it's just so unpredictable because one day you can be feeling great, and then, the next day, or even the next hour, the next minute, you can be on your deathbed. You can be feeling terrible. It's just autoimmune is so unpredictable, and it's like living in a prison, in your own body, because you can't do the things that you want to do because of your health, and with my back being broke, that's a problem too. I'm applying a little bit extra concealer. This is the Tarte Tape Shape. I just bought a new one. I wasn't crazy about this concealer at first, but the more that I have used it, it wears really good. Like, it covers really good, and it lasts all day long. Very good. So I do this even with my good foundation, the Estee Lauder one. By the way, I did decide just to go back with that one. So I bought a new one, but I am going to venture out and try a different foundation eventually. And if I do, I will share that with you as well. I have one in mind that I'm looking at right now that I think that I'm going to try. But honestly, I would like to go to either Ulta or Sephora and get color matched, and pick that out. Which color is not really that big of an issue from somebody that had worked in the beauty world for a very long time. Get whatever color. Like, this is looking really light, but that's okay. We're gonna bronze it up and we'll make it match and look good anyway. So, but yeah, I've just been really down with my health. It's been awful. It's been awful. That's all I can say. But I'm starting to come around a little bit. I have started to make a video many different times, and I just didn't have the strength or the energy to keep going, and just like when you suffer with chronic pain, it just like takes over your life where you just can't like function because all you're doing is just trying to live. You're just trying to survive. Like, things that should be easy, just daily, everyday things, are a challenge when you have chronic pain all the time. And I know that so many of you, suffer with chronic pain and health issues as well. So, I thought about it. I was like, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to come on here and just complain about, how bad I feel, and stuff? Like, what kind of a video is that? But after praying about it, I just realized that so many of you are going through this as well. So I have to show up for you, If nothing else, we can just be broken and hurting and depressed together. But I just have to show up for you. So, with the bronzer on, so far I'm pleased with this foundation. And for the price, are you kidding me? $4.50. That is so cheap. So we'll just see how it wears throughout the day. Right now, I feel like I don't need a powder over top of it. So we're going to go without a powder. And then we'll just do like an update throughout the day. And then, yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. But I have not stopped praying for you. I have not stopped thinking about you. There's certain people, I call out your name every single day. Vicky with Perry and, your two sons, Spencer and Fletcher. I pray for Karen, Patricia with your physical therapy, Candace with, the things that are going on with you. Maggie's mom. I mean, there's so many of you that I call out your name to the Lord every day. I have not forgot about you. I was very ahead on all of my videos. I was feeling really good about that. I was like 2 or 3 weeks ahead. And I thank God, that I was able to get that far ahead when I was feeling good, because I knew that there would be times like this, because with autoimmune, when you go under, typically it'll take me under for 3 or 4 days or something like that, and then I can just bounce back and be on top, and I'm never 100% pain free, but I have better days, than others. Some days are really bad, but I can bounce back. But this has just been like a consistent 2 weeks, not knowing if I was going to be able to just pull out and come out of it. But there has been a lot of stress going on too. Like my mom, she had a light stroke, and, being in and out of emergency rooms and stuff. And then I was in the emergency room with my husband as well. So there's been a lot of stress and a lot of things going on, and stress really messes with autoimmune as well. So, but anyways, I also, in my relationship with the Lord, nothing was getting through. No sermons, no matter how much that I would pray or read my Bible or journal or anything like that, it just wasn't getting through. But over the last few days, it's getting through. Thank God for that, because I have to have that. I have to have that connection with the Lord to be able to just keep on keeping on. That's what keeps me going, in all of this. But let me just go ahead and finish up my face, do some cleaning, and just get some things done. Also, when I come up here, I looked out the window and there was a massive deer standing right here. I got a little bitty clip of it, so I'll insert that real quick and while I finish up my makeup. I got just a little clip of the deer before it ran off, but it was a doe and she was massive. And she was standing there staring right at me when I went downstairs and to take that video of her. That was so cool to start the day like that. But you know what? So far, I am really impressed with this foundation for $4.50. I'm still going to use my Estee Lauder, but I think I will use it for more of days when I'm going out or, special occasions or something like that, because this is so expensive to use this on a daily basis. I do my face every single day, and it just helps me to feel human, because the way that my face looks is the way that I feel in my body. So don't be alarmed by that, But I also use this Neutrogena 70 sunscreen every single day. That's the only thing with this foundation, is it doesn't have sunscreen built into it. The Estee Lauder does have an SPF 15, but if you just wear foundation with no sunscreen, it naturally is going to have a little bit of a protectant and a little bit of sun shield, but I would definitely recommend putting some extra sunscreen on. Dr. Shaver called me yesterday and we're adjusting some of my medications, and we're talking about sending me to a blood doctor, because I don't want to be on blood thinner. But I mean, I guess technically, I guess I'm going to have to be on blood thinner for the rest of my life, with the amount of blood clots that I have in my body. But, anyways, I've been talking so much, but we need to go downstairs. We're gonna just do daily chores, get the bed made, clean up the kitchen a little bit. I don't have too much to do. But before we do that, I want to share with you a pair of jeans that I got and tried those on as well. We're just trying stuff out today. So let me grab those and let's do that first. Okay, so these Gap jeans right here are the best pair of jeans that I have ever owned in my entire life. These fit really nicely right here in the waist, and then they're a little bit loose in the legs. Well, I have been on the Gap website looking for these jeans so many times, and they just don't have them anymore. I ordered a pair on Poshmark that's similar to these, but they're still not the exact same jeans. But these jeans have carried me through several miscarriages with my weight fluctuating, going up and then coming back down. And right now I'm up, but these have carried me through. But I have thunder thighs, and I have just completely wore the thighs out of these pants to the point where I am no longer able to wear them. So I have been looking for, a pair of jeans that are similar to these. Well, I was in Walmart shopping and I found these, and these are by the brand Time and True, and these are high rise straight regular. And I looked on the Walmart website to see if they had any more colors in these, just in case that I like them. And they didn't have any more colors in them. So we're going to try these on together. I got these in a 12. The only problem is this right here. This looks like I was outside weed eating in these britches, and I got them caught in the weed eater and it just shredded them to pieces. So if I really like these jeans, I wonder, could we not just roll this up? I'm going to go ahead and roll it up, because I don't think that you could sew this material, because I'm looking at these jeans right here, and these jeans were $80. They were worth every single penny. Okay, I've had them for 2 years. Yeah. This material right here, I don't know, it feels more stiff and just not as high quality. But the price on these, yeah, $21.98. So I guess you can definitely expect, a difference in material for sure. But let me see if I can't just roll these up and see how that would look. I think that, you know, that would be okay on the bottoms. And, you know, after you wash them, maybe the material would feel a little bit different. But yeah, let's just go ahead and try these on and see how these fit. Okay, so here is what they look like on. This is what it looks like rolled up, which I don't love because then it turns it into a capri, which, by the way, capris are coming back in right now. I seen on this one girl's YouTube channel, but it's the bottom of the pants that bugs me. They're just a little bit too shredded. I'm having a hard time getting past that. But as far as the jean itself, it hits right here at my belly button, which is where, you know, I typically like to wear my pants. And I like the color of them, you know, and they have some stretch to them and they feel, you know, somewhat comfortable and everything. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be returning these just because of the bottoms. I'm just not going to be able to get past that. If you don't mind this shredded look, then this is a great pair of jeans. I don't mind the shredded look on someone else, but for me, I just don't like it. I don't want this to get snagged on stuff, you know? It's just that, it just seems annoying to me, but these are cute. You could put these on with a graphic tee or a tank top or something like that, and for $21, you'd have a great pair of jeans. But for me, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to return these. But as you can see, I still have all of the yard sale stuff out. It's because the weather has not been permitting. We've had terrible storms and tornadoes and constant rain here. Like, we haven't even got our garden planted yet. We're like one of the only ones who don't have their garden planted, but pretty soon we'll be able to, you know, till up the ground and we'll get our potatoes in the ground. But I mean, you can't do it when it's just super wet. And so eventually we'll get to have our yard sale and all of that. And I'll be glad because I'll be ready to get all of this stuff out of here. So while I was upstairs, I decided, since I felt good and I had the energy, that I was just going to go through all of my clothes to see if there was anything else that I could definitely eliminate to go into the sale whenever that's going to be, weather permitting, health permitting. But I talked to you about every single piece of clothing, and I realized watching it back that that video is going to drag out and it was going to take 2 hours. And so I just decided we would fast forward through this part and you could still see me pulling out every single one of these dresses, which I have a lot of really cute dresses, I think. But the problem is it looks like that I have so many options, but the truth is I really don't, because half of this stuff doesn't fit. I really need to take the time to go through and try this stuff on and to see what I actually have that is an option that I can wear. I'm so tired of hanging on to all of these clothes that just, they don't fit me. Let's go through this try on part really quickly because this is the one that I'm wondering, what do you think about it? It's flowy and I'm not really sure about it. What do you think about it? Is the print cute? Should I keep this one? I'm going to leave this one up to you. You can let me know that, but I think I like it. Cute. I always love how this has this little peplum right here. It's a dress that I got on Amazon. It's definitely cute. I like it. The only problem is since I've gained 20 pounds, I'm about to bust the back out of this. And I don't want to hang on to clothes for when I'm a smaller size. So I think we're going to just go ahead and put this one into the sale. Okay, I seen dresses similar to this at Walmart for sale last year. This is like a boutique brand in this. And of course I love the color. I mean, it's really loose and flowy and stuff, but out of all my dresses, I'm not gonna reach for this one. It does have pockets in it. So what we'll do is we will iron this one and I think we'll put it into the sale. This one is so pretty. It's so pretty. The only thing is it's way too tight. We're gonna put this one into the sale honestly, you might need to send help because I'm not so sure that I'm gonna be able to get this one off. But yeah, we'll put this into the cell, and then there's just one more thing that we have to try on before we go through the rest of it, and it is this little cardigan. Okay, so we'll get rid of the cardigan, and we're gonna get rid of the dress. Yeah, wish me luck taking this off. It's a rainy day. Not too many boring bees out today because it is a little bit colder as well. I'm going to show you this little plaque our next door neighbor made for us. Oh, it's raining on me. But look, isn't that cool? David gave him a bunch of motorcycle parts for his Harley. And so he made that for us in return. But it's a rainy day. Yesterday now, I did the floors. I vacuumed everything. And I haven't even showed you the rug up close yet. I got this rug off of Amazon for $200, and it is so thick and so nice. And there's not much more decorating that I'm going to do in the living room. I need to put some pictures in those frames and stuff. But for right now, I'm happy with this. And, you know, when you don't feel good, you don't really care about decorating. So we're going to be happy with this for now. But also, I came in and my husband had rearranged the decorations that I had on the shelf here, which I don't even care anymore. But what I wanted to show you over here, this was my mother-in-law's. It's a vintage cookie jar, and so I absolutely love it. And then I did get this recipe book because I'm doing, you know, more keto and low carb recipes. And so we're going to make some recipes out of that soon. But we went to an estate sale and I got this crock pot for $5. I love it. It's by Corningware. Maybe we'll get more into decorating soon, but right now I don't care about it. But I just want to sit here and talk to you all day just because I feel like I haven't talked to you in so long. So that crock pot, I was so thrilled to get it. We went to estate sales and yard sales for Mother's Day. That's what my mom wanted to do because if you're local, it was in Tellico Village, and it's this big, rich neighborhood, and these houses are just magnificent, and it's like, wow, you know, what do people do to live in big homes and like that? Like, it was just amazing. Well, at the old house, if you've been around for a little bit, I got rid of my old crock pot. I'm going to wash a few dishes while we talk, but I got rid of my old crock pot because the lid had broken, and I'd had it for like 8 years or something like that, and I had gotten scared to use it because, you know, I was scared that it was going to short out and catch the house on fire. So I got rid of that crock pot. I threw it away, took it to the dump, and so I've been needing a crock pot, which I have, you know, a big cast iron Dutch oven that I can use instead of a crock pot. But I don't know, I think everybody needs a crock pot. That's one of the essentials that we need in our kitchen. So I was just thrilled to get that. I gave $5 for it, and the guy said, you can go over there in the garage and plug it up if you want to. And I was like, no, you know, I trust you, because he told me, you know, that it worked just fine. So I was thrilled to get that. But tonight for dinner, we're going to have salmon. We haven't had salmon in like 2 weeks. My husband is kind of burnt out on it a little bit. But for me, what I've been doing is I have been researching, you know, carb cycling and anti-inflammatory diet and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm working toward that. But the hard part for me on like going low carb is carbs is what we have for a side, you know. And then we'll have a vegetable to go with it, because automatically if we're having a meal, then I assume that we need to have rice, we need to have potatoes, or we need to have some sort of pasta. You know, we need to have some sort of grain to go with the meal. So we can have that. We're just going to have it less. I can't go completely no carbs because with the carbs, that is what gives you energy. And with autoimmune, you already are lethargic and fatigued, and it's hard for you to function in life. So I can't just completely go without carbs. I'll really be struggling. But if you do carb cycling, where you can have them every other day or every 2 days or something like that. So in the cookbook that I got that at the thrift store. I think it was maybe last week. I got it for $1, and it has a lot of great vegetable recipes. So I just need to learn to prepare vegetables, good, yummy vegetables. And I have to learn to prepare them in a way that my husband will eat them, because he is not a huge vegetable eater. He's actually really picky, so it's kind of hard to cook for him, because I want to please him. That's my whole life is, I want to bring glory to God, and I want to love and serve and make my husband feel really good, because he takes such good care of me. He works hard, and so my job, my role here in the home is I keep it clean, and I do the grocery shopping, and I prepare the meals. So it's really on me. Like, I really have to figure this out and change for the both of us, because he's had some health issues as well. Just got this glass right here that I need to wash. This can go back into the refrigerator. I put on my exercise clothes because I was hoping that, we could go to the park, the track, and go walking, but it's not going to work out with the weather the way that it is. So someone had mentioned that they didn't like where the TV was, and that we should move things around and put some chairs here and all of that. And I agree. That was my first thought too, was I was going to put the TV above the mantle, and I was going to get a small sectional to go right here, and then it would be so cozy to do that. But the problem with that is that my husband in the military, he jumped out of an airplane and he had a parachute malfunction. So he literally fell from 40 feet and landed on the ground. So he would not be able to hold his neck up to look at the TV for any amount of time. So that's just not practical for us. This is just, the way that it has to be. And so we'll just be thankful for what we have. But yesterday I did 2 loads of laundry. I got a lot done. I'm just chatty today and not wanting to do anything. I'm just wanting to visit with you, I guess. But let me force myself to get some chores done.
You can't turn the tide. Let the water go where it wants to go. Yourself beneath the stones. Somebody told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes. Take some good advice. Don't let your fear decide. That's how you break inside. How the wind makes way across the fields. Let me take a breath. Let me be a part of something real. Someone said it's better when you hold on to a helping hand. Sometimes we could all use a friend. Don't
all of the chores that I have to do today, even though I have been chronically ill and have not been feeling good at all. I have been keeping up, with the chores, and I still cook dinner and clean that up every night. But I almost didn't have a video for this week. I felt so bad. I've tried to start a video, but it almost just didn't even happen at all. But then in my devotional, I read Psalm 126, and it's verses 5 through 6. And, I've read this verse because I've read through the Bible before, but I guess I've just never really paid attention to it. And it says, "Those who plant in tears will harvest with shouts of joy. They weep as they go to plant their seed, but they sing as they return with the harvest." So plant by faith, not by feelings. Move ahead in faith despite how you are feeling. And I also just wanted to mention, let me put this up here because my arm's getting tired. But, especially in this family, we always say there's always somebody that has it worse than you. And yes, that is true. And it's great to be thoughtful and mindful of that because things could always be worse. But I also want to validate you and let you know that, yes, somebody else is going through something worse, but what you're going through is equally as important. You matter. And you matter to God, and what you're going through, it's real. And you don't have to, shove that under the surface just because somebody else is going through something worse. You're important too. So just want to put that out there. But anyways, and the foundation. That's why we were coming to the window so you could see. I am shook. I'm amazed. This foundation for $4.50 from the Dollar General. Are you kidding? Really? It's great. I would highly recommend it. But anyways, I love you guys. I hope that you are still fighting that good fight of faith. Just keep persevering, keep enduring, keep seeking the Lord. Even though we don't understand, we're in the middle of it. Everybody's going through something. We have to dig our heels in and just seek for wisdom and, seek for understanding, seek the Lord, seek His will in our life, seek to bring glory to His name. And we have to just keep on fighting. We're going to fight till the very end, and we're going to fight together. Okay? But anyways, I love you. And the Lord willing, I'm going to get better. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.